The book of Exodus opens up by recounting the names of the 12 sons of Jacob. And this is curious because the book of Genesis concludes by recounting the names of the 12 sons of Jacob. Their names are repeated when they come down into Egypt. So why, just a few chapters later, does the book of Exodus need to open up by repeating their names again? The sages find within this a very interesting lesson. They tell us that it teaches us how precious the sons of Jacob were. They were the founders of the 12 tribes of Israel. And they are so precious to God that they are compared to the stars, that as nighttime falls, God brings them out, he calls them by name, and he counts them. Very interesting. I understand the lesson that the righteous sons of Jacob, the founders of the 12 tribes, that they are precious to God. That's easy to understand, but why do we need to compare them to the stars? Why are the stars precious to God? Why does he need to count them or call them by name? So let's examine exactly what is the function of stars in our lives. Well, before GPS, you needed the stars if you're a traveler. When you're traveling at night, there's no light to see by, there's no promontories, no landmarks. The stars, if you know how to read them, will help you position yourself in the world so you know where you are, where you're going, and how to get there. In addition, it's been taught for ages upon ages that the stars influence our lives, the constellations, the signs of the zodiac. Interestingly, there are 12 signs of the zodiac, just like there were 12 sons of Jacob. Now, there are Jewish sources that tell us that there's actually something to this. It doesn't mean that we don't have free will. It doesn't mean that fate just carries us along. What it means is that there are forces that steer us into the circumstances and the situations that we need to be in to develop ourselves fully, to fulfill our potential, to become the people that we have the potential to become. And that influence is something that allows us to then make the choices that are going to take us where we go in life. So, why are the stars precious to God? Because they put us into the circumstances that promote the development of our potential, and they guide us so that we can find and chart our own course in life. This is the essence of what righteous people are. What do we call truly great people in our society? We call them stars. We call them superstars. We call them luminaries because they light our way. And if we look at people who are truly great, great in wisdom, great in virtue, when we look at our ancestors who defined the identity of which we are the inheritors, then we have tools that we need to recognize how to make the most of the circumstances and the situations in which we find ourselves, how to develop ourselves fully, to fulfill our potential, to fulfill our destiny, and to chart a course clearly so that we can ultimately get to the place where we are meant to go.